It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the New York Jets and the Los Angeles Chargers coming up next.
It was only opened in 2020, but quickly became one of the league's most recognizable venues. You're looking at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over them for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Here to begin this one is Cameron Dicker. And here we go from LA. On the return, here comes Kene Wangu. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Jets take the field for their first drive. They're led out by one of the game's most tenured veterans and most decorated quarterbacks of all time, Aaron Rodgers.
I think it's safe to say, Kate, Aaron Rodgers may be one of the most polarizing figures in the NFL, but there is nobody that will question his ability to spin a football different than everybody else. Just ask his receivers, tight ends, running backs, anybody that's ever played with him. He elevates their game, and he often elevates his own game to an MVP kind of level.
They'll start this one out with Hall. He'll cobble together a yard there. That's Denzel Perryman in on the stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Well, now this defense is in the driver's seat, Kate, right? When you make a stop like that on first down, now it's your discretion of just how aggressive you want to be following that play up.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Corley reels it in. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Hall. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
First down, and they go right back to him. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. That's Denzel Perryman in on the stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
It's plays like that, Kate, that I'm happy I'm the color analyst and you and your spotter are doing play-by-play, because that was a massive humanity, a whole bunch of bodies to sort through for 1 yard.
They give on 2nd to Hall. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Stopped by Deion Henley. Call it no gain on the play, and that brings up 3rd and 9.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate, training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Rodgers throwing on 3rd down. Able to hit Hall, complete. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And this looks like it got just inside the 20 as it flew out, and indeed it did. They're putting the ball at the 19-yard line. So now we'll get a look at the other offense as the Chargers take the field. They'll be led out by someone known for putting up numbers since he entered the league back in 2020, the Oregon product, Justin Herbert.
True story. First time I saw Justin Herbert at a Pac-12 media days, I thought, that can't be Justin Herbert. That guy looks like a defensive lineman. He is massive. But then you watch him play and you realize he's one of those 6'5", 6'6" guys that's the athlete of a 6'2". The way that he moves so effortlessly, the way that rocket arm can throw the ball all over the field. Been hyper productive statistically. Kind of like that Fouts guy that wore the lightning bolt before him. On any given Sunday, this guy can put on a show. I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Now it's Sauce Gardner dropping him there.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Herbert from the gun. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
It's exactly how you draw it up defensively. A 3 and out and a sack on top of it. Create that negative play. Create a little doubt in that quarterback's mind. And offensively, well, that's the worst way to start it. No rhythm, no tempo, and now you give the ball right back to the opponent.
So on 4th down, here's J.K. Scott on to punt it away for the Chargers. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. So through 1, this game, more for you defensive maestros out there. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We're back to SoFi right after this. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Jets football. They got this after forcing a punt at the end of 1. They start the drive at home. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Rodgers here from the gun. That's caught for the first. Jukes one defender, and they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a pickup of 34 yards, and it's good enough for a New York first down.
Just excellent effort on that catch, and a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Chargers get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
The Chargers getting their offense set for their 2nd drive. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Beginning on the ground here with Dobbins. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
So once again, J.K. Scott out to punt it away. Xavier Gipson on to return for the Jets. First punt win 45 yards. This looks considerably further. And the fair catch brought in right at the 40. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it'll be Jets football. First and 10 from the 41. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He's going to push one deep down the right. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. From the shotgun, Rodgers. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. So now it's going to be third and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. As they'll get together and discuss with fourth down coming up. Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. Darius Davis returning for the Chargers. And he'll have this fair catch right along the 25. No return on that punt. And the Chargers take possession. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
They're out and set, first and 10. Throwing from the gun here. It's caught. This is Ladd McConkey. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
And they finally bring him him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Throwing on first is Herbert. To his back, J.K. Dobbins. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Back to the line they go. It's second down. It's Herbert once more. Connects on the crosser. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. It's a gain of 22. And the Chargers will have a first.
That was a whole lot of hoofing it all the way across the field before the two tight end and QB could find a window in that zone to get him the ball. He had to earn that catch in every single yard that came with it.
And the defender comes away with it. Sauce Gardner with the INT. And the Jets will start with it in the fourth after an interception to end the quarter.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. But you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
They've got first and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground and start this one off. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. So we've reached halftime. A rough one for a former quarterback like my partner to watch so far. Hang in there. We're scoreless at the break. Now we'll go coast to coast. Jonathan Coachman standing by in our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Well, Brock, I think it's safe to say this has been a defensive slobber knocker through two, right? Maybe some points finally on the horizon as we resume play. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Los Angeles getting its offense set to go to begin the third. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. Drive starts out with a first and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that'll bring up second down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Here's the first give to Gus Edwards. And his drive forward halted after a couple of yards. Quincy Williams making the tackle. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. To throw, Herbert. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
First down, ball at the 36. Herbert. That's a catch for Hayden Hurst. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on it, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
Play action now for Herbert. He put some juice on a deep throw down the middle.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. On the play fake, it's Herbert. Flushed out of the pocket. He's running for it. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. On target to Dobbins. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And it brings up an LA first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
1st and 10, Herbert. Cut out left. And he's touched down about 5 yards shy of that first down marker.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Handoff headed right, it's Edwards. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next third down coming.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. A give to Dobbins to start the third. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. That was Sauce Gardner dropping him there.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Running it again with Dobbins. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. 6 yards on the run as we've reached the end of our third quarter. So after all that, we're taking a scoreless game into the fourth here. Somehow this game is still scoreless as we get set for our final quarter. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. They run the counter with Dobbins. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
Calm, cool, collected from this offense. Love to see it. No tunnel vision on what down it was. Just focused on executing the play in front of them.
Going to the ground again on first. And he has this one down to the 8-yard line. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
To the air this time, Herbert. And this is going to be an LA touchdown. The Chargers take a fourth-quarter lead. Matt McConkey with a touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups, and when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Gibson now to return. He stopped on the return at the 27. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's all. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
New set of downs for him at the 38. To the air here on 1st down, Rodgers. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. That throw intended for Malachi Corley. So that brings up 2nd down.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Rodgers throwing again here on 2nd down. Finds his target, Hall. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Jets losing by 7. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46. He'll look to throw it. Has a man, it's Tyler Conklin. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Here he is to throw. Put the body on the line for his team. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
That is all-out effort, Kate, to make the catch. Putting his body on the line, diving for the ball. He earned that reception, and some more targets are clearly coming his way in the future.
Jets moving quickly, trying to get the offense set. Setting up to pass. Escapes the pocket. And they got there in time. He's taken down. Timeout taken by New York. That's its second. Still one more in their pocket to use. Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. Back to throw. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
The Chargers into a nickel set, third down. Here he is to throw. And really, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And the defense comes through. Fourth down, that much tougher.
Every sack, every stop has just been like another nail in the coffin. And now, well, now there's only one spot for a nail left. This is their last chance. And that defense, well, they've got this crew on the edge of the cliff. Now can they go finish when it matters the most?
And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Sometimes a quarterback gets so focused on coverage down the field, you lose sight of those linemen right in front of you. On that occasion, he throws it right to the D lineman. Easy to get the paw up and swat away a potential first down.
Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on first down. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out. The defense takes its third and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. A kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
After one final kneel down, partner, and this should do it. So the Chargers come away with the win in this one. And a lackluster day offensively, thankfully overshadowed by a top-notch defensive effort to get the win in a shutout. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It's a win for the Chargers as we say goodbye from Los Angeles.